I'll see y'all later, man. I gotta roll.
Hey, you know what?
Yes, sir.
You're good.
Thank you, sir.
Can I take a picture with you?
What do you think of tonight's fight, man?
Wonderful fight from Ramirez. He showed some new wrinkles. He showed what he was working on in camp. You know, you saw him fighting on angles. You saw him using his jab from the outside. In spots, you still saw a lack of defense in him, but for the most part, I saw a lot of improvement in his arsenal tonight.
Terrence Crawford was here. He just signed a multi-deal with Top Rank Promotions. Top Rank Promotions has the ability to take a fighter to the very top. What do you make of his deal, and do you think that at some point he has to fight the PBC fighters to be considered like one of the elite welterweights? Because that's kind of what Sean Porter
of course, all those guys, I think what's going to happen is all those guys are going to fight each other, and then, you know, Terrence is going to be on this side, still dominating, still doing this thing, and then, you know, if they want to make a super fight, then they're going to have to do business eventually if they want to make money. But, you know, right now, like I said, I still feel that Terrence Crawford is still the #1, I think, skill-wise, man. #1 guy at 147 pounds. No disrespect to any of those guys. I know, you know, Thurman. Thurman has won 2 world championships there. He's a great fighter, but he's been very inactive. You know what I mean? And so we're looking to see him get back into the ring. But, you know, Danny and all those guys, I mean, Porter, Terrence don't mind fighting those guys, man.
How do you think Terrence match up against any of those PBC fighters?
Honestly, my opinion is I think he beats them all. It's my opinion. You know, people saying that even Spence. People saying Spence is big. They don't know. Terrence squeezed down to 140 pounds, man. He squeezed down. I know he was at 135 too, but he squeezed down there, man, to make that weight, and that's why he was so dominant. But he is super strong, man. You know, he's tall, he's lean, he's strong, he's physically strong. He can do it all. He really, people say describe his style. He ain't got no style. He can do it all.
That's the thing. Tim, they had some kind of disagreement comparing resumes and, you know,
comparing resumes. What do you mean? For who? Right now, as far as resume go, Thurman has the better resume than any of the guys at welterweight division. Okay, including Terrence Crawford. As far as the guys at welterweight who he's fought, he unified the championships. All right, but as far as, you know, saying who's the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the game right now, it's not Keith Thurman, it's not Earl Spence, it's not none of those guys. It's Terrence Crawford and Loma. Those 2 guys right there, and then you can put Triple G in there, or the winner of whoever fights, you know, win the fight tomorrow night. But, you know, those guys right there are the guys that are at the top of the division. I don't care where you put them at, but those are the guys at the top of the division.
Quick assessment on that fight, last thing. Quick assessment, Canelo Golovkin. What do you think is gonna happen?
Well, you know, everybody's picking Canelo to dominate or to win the fight due to his, you know, his boxing ability, due to the fact that he has more. You know, he has more skills. I get it. He's a small guy. You know what I mean? For me, you got a great small guy, and you got a great big guy. I'm going with the great big guy. I mean, you know, a lot of people don't feel that Triple G don't have a skills. That boy got skills. He got the amateur pedigree. He can fight, man. He really can fight. And if he fights off that jab, if he goes down to the body, he's gonna frustrate Canelo, and he's gonna keep Canelo at bay. And I think he's gonna dominate. I think he can dominate the fight. Canelo's small. You saw him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't eating that meat no more. He's smaller now.
You think that's what it is?
Oh man, come on now. Stop playing. You know? You already know. Man, come on. You saw him in the first fight, right?
Yeah.
And you saw him in this fight, completely different, right?
Yeah.
What, you don't think he worked harder for this fight than he did the first fight? Absolutely he worked harder, but hey, he ain't eating that meat no more, so he came down. If you look at any bodybuilder or whoever took that stuff, if you look at him now, you know what I mean? They small, little. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. He little now, small. So, you know, with that being said, I'm going with Triple G, precision on his jab. If he attacks that body, he's gonna take the legs of Ramirez, and you know, if Ramirez. Excuse me. My bad.
We're with you.
My bad. Yeah. If Alvarez, sorry about that. If Alvarez moves, he'll be able to catch him to the body, work his body, slow him down, and plus on top of that, if Alvarez chooses to fight a little bit more often, he's gonna put himself at risk to be hit with that big stuff from Triple G.
Tim, you don't miss this, man. You don't want to come back.
Do I miss boxing?
Yeah, you don't want to come back.
Man, I was just sitting ringside right now, and I was just sitting ringside right now, and I saw a great, phenomenal fight.
You just wait for that Hall of Fame call, huh?
Let's get it. I love calling it. It was great action.
All right.
Anyway,
we miss